Hello, hello, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. None of them are watching. I'm sure we'll be missing quite a few people because there's parties going on. So, I happened to watch this video. Well, I scanned through a couple videos, but like one of those shorts came flying by, and it was her name is Jess Crafts, and she makes templates for cards. So since I didn't really have anything I wanted to play with, I said, oh, let me play with some more squares and things. So I did watch a couple of her videos. Um, so I'm not using any particular kit. I'm using some leftovers, some other things. But what she did was she would do these designs on 4¼ by 5½. She did not do any of these back layers. This is just one of my extra cards. And I always have, like when this dish gets filled up, I dump it into this other bin. So I have all these things. This one, though, I do think came from, because these are great things to have, the Ephemera packs. So I believe the bird came from that one, and I've used some of that. And then there's another one here somewhere, but wherever it is. Oh, there it is. There's the birthday one. Not sure if I used any of those, but that's a great, thing to have to do these. So let me say hello to some people. And you should check out, she's not a demonstrator. She's just a card maker that has a website. She does make these templates to sell, which of course I wasn't going to buy any of them, but she does give some measurements in some of her videos. So let me say hello to Gloria, Cynthia, Debbie, Jennifer, Susie Q. Who else we got? We got Tony and Lisa, Deborah. Oh my. Gloria, Jennifer, Julie. I'm trying to catch people I didn't say. And Linda. All right. If I missed you, I'm sorry. This thing scrolls fast. All right. So here's one of the extras. I'll bring it out again. Bring it out again later. So this one, and of course, like I said, she doesn't do any background. She does layer her paper, and she bases her cards on 6x6. I think my teeth are falling out. Hold on. I haven't had a good week, folks. I'm still coughing. Last night I did the sick to my stomach thing again. So tomorrow I'm going to go to urgent care. And I think I forgot to take my medicine, my blood pressure and all that last night. And I always set it up for the next day. So, I mean, they were sitting here empty. So, yeah, I think I didn't take them. But anyway, we'll be all right. All right. So, this piece is 3. So, she's taken her 6x6 and using the 3s. There's a lot of 3s in her things. So this one, it's a 1/2 inch. Watch me forget. Where's my cutter? And she did something a little different. So I did end up with a little leftover. So let me cut it from this way so they're all lined up. Oh, 1/2 inch. Duh. So I got to do it from that way. Duh. All right. So there's the 1/2 inch that's going to be on the top. And then it's a 3x3. And I'm going to cut it from this way because for me, I'm a dummy. It's easier. So here's a leftover piece. And she does like to have no leftovers. She also does a 1/4 of an inch bigger. So sometimes I do a 1/4 of an inch and sometimes I do a little less because I just, the way it looks. All right. So she would have done this straight on there. So you can kind of see how that looks next to that one. I really like having a background. So I did have to adjust a couple things. Not much. Not much, though. So let's put the inside piece in. Glue, where are you? And just because, you know, she's saying 6 by 6, and we do have some that come in 6 by 6, and then if you do paper shares, you get them 6 by 6. But when you start cutting up your paper, I mean, you could do these in a heartbeat. I was telling Sue, I could just do these and never buy another stamp set and make cards for the rest of my life with all the paper I have here. We want it that way. Oh, and I did feature, what is it? Brick, 3D brick. I use that on everything. Exposed brick, not 3D brick. So I did feature that because I love it. Looks like a lot, but it's not. Wish I could hear you guys. Okay, so let's glue this one down. And it's nice sometime to just feature. Am I going the right way? Yes. And they don't really have to match. That's just in case I make a mistake, folks. Uh-oh, where's the piece to stamp on? Come on, Dad. You're supposed to be partying. It's Father's Day. Don't mess with me today. Oh, that's the best time to mess with you, my dear. All right. Aha. We got it. All right. So I'm using this happy birthday a lot because I like it. And that comes from the butterflies. But there's another one that's about the same size. What am I using? The black? Yeah. Ouch. I didn't mean to do that. I am a little off because I'm sure I didn't take my blood pressure medication. So. Oh, sure, Gail. What an excuse. You're always off. All right, and that's going to go right in there. And the measurements are in the description. All right, so I got to show you too. I got my package, which was supposed to come tomorrow, came yesterday. So I got some new stamp sets to play with. Yay! All right, so we're just gonna estimate it, no measurements. That's kind of centered to me. Whoops, go down. Haha, almost caught myself. That one. Yeah, so showcase some of this pretty DSP. And then I used these, which I'm not really totally in love with because they're so thick. I like flatter. I can say it. So we'll put one there. So there is card number 1. Simple, pretty. Do I want to keep that black open? Yeah, you can see when I leave it open, there's a little spot. I'm kind of trying to get it out. I touched it. Okay, that was card number 1. Card number 2. I better close it. Oh, I know what I'll do. We'll put that in a second. We're going to stamp one of these immediately. And this one is the thank you from Charming Sentiments, which is retired. But certain sets you must keep. Must. Ta-da! Eh. All right. Let's close this now till the next one. So these squares are what are they? One and a half. 1.5. 1.5 by 1.5. But if you go to her website on YouTube, you'll probably see this thing right away and see the difference. So I don't see the big deal in adding. She must do her things for super beginners, but I think even beginners can do these. Okay, so these are just, I think I did these 1/8 of an inch. So we're just going to glue them down. I mean, if you want to leave them in order, that's too much for me to do. But this is the in color paper. I really, really like the design, this catalog. Hello? Oh, man. So, oh, there it is. So I think you would get like 2 cards out of this one. Some you can get 3. And these are the butterflies from the Ephemera pack. Do I say that right? Guess what? I didn't do the background. And you're going to see how nasty it looks without it. Oh, yes, I did. There it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. There it is. Woof! I would not have glued it down. I would have gone and made it. All right, so they're going to go 1, 2, 3. This one's going to get hope I cut them all. Stay right there. Dad, keep your pugly fingers off of them. Pugsley. He had Pugsley fingers, fat fingers. So, right about there looks good to me. And if they come out a little crooked, I'll just say I made them when I was drunk. I'll sell them for even less. Okay. And then we're going to put that one about there. Add a couple butterflies. One there. One there. And what I do with those? And there is card number 2. Ephemera, ephemera, ephemera. I'll never say it. What did I call it? Ephemera? Ephemera. I'll still never say it right. I love it. Okay. I'm going to write it down here. Ephemera. Do you remember that? That's a retired punch that I still have. That's because she did one with a dog, and I had this other little dog from it. Well, he was sitting here on my desk, but like you could do, you know, depending on your colors. Like there's something that I had in my bowl. You know, just a little doodad. All right, so this one, these are 1-inch squares, so you need 9, and a 6x6 would make 3 cards. Hugs. Okay, so let's do the inside. So this one, you know, could have done green paper and did a Merry Christmas. I think even with this, could have done a... But I was having so much fun. I just could have kept going and going. Except I had to sew a couple more of those pouches. Those little zippered pouches. Okay. So I took that and just did Hopefully that's going to look right. Just to give it a little, because I think there was a stamp that went with that. Let's put a little bit more. It's going to lighten up. Just gives it a little something, something. Oh, I thought I was bleeding. I don't know which is the right side, which is the wrong side, because it bled through. And you could use like a regular just piece of ribbon. Okay, he's ready. Really, I didn't give him a dot for an eye. Let's give him a little dot. Ah, it's better. Surprised that worked. Okay, I did a boo-boo. Nah, it'll work. All right, so out of those 9 squares, really do this before you glue it down. I think I did that last week too, made the same kind of mistake. So take one, whether you do it on your cutter or by hand, just cut one on the diagonal. I measured nothing. So one's going to go up here to the edge. It'll get to the edge when I glue it. And then I reversed each one. I didn't reverse that one. Let's use that one. Oh, I got the shakes. I got the shakes. So one's going to go down. That's going to go across. Now, if it didn't have that kind of pattern, I wouldn't have bothered. Then you go down that way, across. We're going to flip it. We're going to flip it. Oh, I did something wrong. Maybe I'm missing one. I is. So they're going to be spaced a little different once I start gluing them. But then that's the idea. So then that last one, and it'll end up about in that place. So let's start gluing. And I think maybe like 1/8 of an inch. So once I get that top one right there. My mama done told me. Oh. So about 1/8 of an inch. And even when you get to the bottom, if it's a little off, it still works. Without measuring. Nothing. So what's the conversation up there? About this? Oh, you sold it. Yeah. down. And across. Woof. All right, I'm over wrong. No, it works. That should have been up a little more. No, that should have been down a little more. Okay. So if you do it when it's off the page, you can always, you know, like trim a little, but I didn't give myself, ouch, that option. No, don't stay, don't stay. So that one's going to be a little off, but it doesn't matter. Remember, I was drinking when I made these. And my stomach is not feeling it. Oof. So that's going to go right there. And then our hugs, which I've already glued the two together. A red and a black. I always want to do that one upside down. And then we'll do some sparkly. One there. No poopies. Well, maybe shooting it out. I love to entertain myself. So there is card number 3. And then card number 4. And I just love this design. Love it. Love it. So you're going to take your 3x3 in half and then cut 2. And if it's directional, you know, you can go the other direction. This is the boho. 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 Booger. So these I actually had 3x3s, 3x6s, I mean, because of the paper share. Did I just do it on the wrong side? Maybe. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't matter. I just like the other side better. But see, she would have done that just straight, which, you know, is okay. Hi-ho, hi-ho. What kind of fool am I? Yeah, I could have kept making ones like this. All right, let's stamp this. And this time, it's my favorite Secret C. Love, love this color. Oh, I can't see. Perfect. Cool. All right, so what do you do when one side isn't as even? You go, snip. I'm happy. Do, 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 do. All right, let's do it. So, I just got to see which way. I think I want the stripies there. That one there. Yeah. Oh. Oh, that's better. You got to shake it down. So, angle. It can come down a little bit. Oops, glue. It's making noises. And then that one. And then we'll take the happy birthday. Do, 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 do. You could even add a couple balloons if you wanted to, you know, dress it up a little bit more. Oh, DNA. And there, I'm going to put this back in right now so I don't forget. Voila, voila. So let me bring a couple of the other ones I did. There's that one. You remember that paper? And that one. Now, this was the same paper. I think I had a little bit, yeah, just a little bit left over. But I used one side doing it that way, and that was the bears that were in my dish. And then this was from the, I can't say it, I forgot, Ephemera. Aha! From the, and I just put some ink on it so it wasn't so white. But that also was in my dish. So it's a good way to use up some of your leftovers. And this was one sheet. And this was also in my, I always have leftovers when I, you know, make them for my shows, my vids. So there's those. Aren't they great? I could just make these forever. And that one, raise her up. Oops, hitting my light. Raise her up. And that one. 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. They're fun, right? I just love these. This, oh, this was the extra piece that was left over that I put there. Yep, so for the next how many years I live, I'm just going to use all the paper I have. I'm never going to buy more. But wait, there's more. Like I said, never going to buy more paper. Don't we all say that? So some of this you saw, Tony showed it. This is like a big folder. Love it. I had to have the sunflowers. I can't wait to play with that. And then I got, what is that? Charming Day Dies. What does that go with? Oh, goes with that one. I didn't even open them to see. But I couldn't resist a half price sale this month. I couldn't do it. Let's see what comes with that. Oh my God. I just threw it. Ta-da! Oh, these are going to be fun. These are going to be fun. I'm liking it. So it cuts out that, but then you get like impressions. And that's perfect for some of these cards. Okay, then I had to have this because this is just so great for like filling in. I didn't even care about the words. I wanted those. I did. That green. Yeah, this I'm not so sure. We had one that was like green at one point. These are nice. They're sparkly and they're flat, low profile, sparkle dots. Okay. Then I just had to have the pears. I don't know why. These have that design in them. Those go with the flowers. Charming Shimmer, faceted, if you can see that. All right, so I had to have the pears. And I forget if there was any extras with it. I figured some nice fall cards. These would be perfect for doing some of these and just putting, you know, a pear, a flower, or something. Nice little, oh, and then these little things. Yeah. I think these stay attached. These are all separate. Oh, look at that little die for friend. Cute. All right, so that's that. We're going to be coloring. Well, actually, you don't even have to color. I'm going to just stamp it in. Stamp it in. How easy. So this one Tony showed. I had to have that. This is the Floral Charm. Oh. Pretty blooms. This is pretty. Is this one that you got, Tony, and showed, or no? Now I can't remember. I just love this. Love it. All right, so there's that one. I'll show it just in case that, oh, look at the pears. In case there is somebody watching who didn't see Tony's. So let's go from the back. So these are like zoomed in. Zoom. Mellow on the back. And woo, that's zoomed in. I love the texture. Yeah, that's two. So that's mellow. Woo. That's very Christmassy. That zoomed in on the back. And of course we saw the front. And there's three of each design. No, there's not. Oh yeah, there is. 1, 2, 3. I was going to say, oh, I got an extra. But no. There's three of each design. Oh, let's look at the pears. Oh yeah. Okay. Let us see. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Look at that. I'm liking it. So you could do a little fussy cutting there. There. Look at that. I like it. I like it. Oh. See, now that would be one that would be great with a card like that, where you want to showcase the, you know, mostly the paper. Now this one, if you don't, you know, get the stamp set and you just get the paper, you could use those. Oh, now that would be a scrapbook page. So I would use it on a partial card. And then you're left with white for the inside of the card or something. But that would be a good scrapbook page. And that, we're back to that. So that's my goodies. So you know there'll be some of that up and coming. And this was this. Thank you for joining me tonight. You all have a great week. I'm not going to get any more DSP. Liar, liar, pants on fire. That's what I say too. I'm not buying ribbon because I don't use it, and then I buy a sweet. Okay, so again, thanks for being here with me. Have an awesome week, and I will see you next week with, you know, my motto. I don't know what, but it might be something, or it might be one of the others. See you then. Good night, everybody.